Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome to the Dancing Housewife podcast. Hey there, Ballroom friends. Welcome to part 3 of our Ballroom on a Budget series. In episode 1, we broke down the real cost of ballroom dancing. In episode 2, we explored affordable ways to take lessons, train, and practice. And today we're diving into what might be the sparkliest money pit of them all: costumes. Let's face it, once you start competing, you quickly realize that looking the part can cost as much as dancing the part. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to. I'm going to share my best tips on how to look fabulous on the floor without sending your credit card into cardiac arrest. Quick sidebar for my fabulous gentlemen listeners. Yes, I see you, and yes, I love you. Now, I realize today's episode is a bit of a sparkle-soaked love letter to the ladies of the ballroom, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. While we're diving into rhinestones, crystals, fringe, and chiffon today, I promise your time is coming. We'll be doing a special episode just for the gents with tips on suits, shirts, shoes, pants, and yes, even how to find a tail suit that won't require a second mortgage. So hang tight, gents. Enjoy the behind-the-scenes peek into the glam side of things, and feel free to pass this episode along to a dance partner, spouse, or a friend who might appreciate a little sparkle on a budget. We've all seen them, those breathtaking ballroom costumes adorned with Swarovski crystals, fringe, and flowing chiffon, sparkling under the competition lights. But with all that dazzle comes a hefty price tag. A brand new rhythm or Latin dress can easily cost between $3,000 and $5,000, sometimes more. And if you're looking for a smoother standard gown, the price can go even higher. Before you panic or consider selling your car, take a deep breath. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to look stage ready. You just need to know where to look, how to shop smart, and what's actually worth your investment. This episode is all about strategic costuming, saving where you can, splurging where it counts, and avoiding rookie mistakes that end up costing more in the long run. One of my favorite budget-friendly costume hacks is buying pre-owned. Dancers, myself included, are constantly outgrowing, retiring, or rotating their costumes, which means there's a whole secondhand costume market out there just waiting for you. Some of the best places to look include Facebook groups for trusted consigners like Ballroom Bliss Dresses, run by my friend Sandy Buckholtz, and Dance Dress Couture, owned and operated by the fabulous mother-daughter duo Debbie Camp and Duffy Betterton. I'll include their contact information and links in the show notes. You can also browse websites like dancedress.com, Encore Ballroom Couture, Charismatico, or even platforms like eBay, Etsy, and Amazon. Though with those, proceed with a little extra caution. Don't overlook your local studio's bulletin board or just good old-fashioned word of mouth either. Before you hit that buy now button, here are a few tips. Always request exact measurements, not just generic sizing like small, medium, and large. Ask for close-up photos to check for wear and tear, especially around stones and seams. And make sure to understand the seller's return or refund policies, especially if you're buying from an individual. The beauty of pre-owned dresses is that many come from top designers, have only been worn a handful of times, and are often listed for less than half of their original price. Yes, please, bring on the pre-owned dresses. If you're not ready to commit to buying just yet, renting a costume can be a smart, stylish, and affordable alternative, especially if you need a showstopper for just one competition or a showcase. Many companies offer designer gowns and dresses for weekend rentals at a fraction of the purchase price. Think $200 to $400 instead of thousands. My go-to source for rentals is Ballroom Bliss. Sandy Buckholtz has an amazing inventory in a wide range of sizes, styles, and price points. And she has an incredible knack for finding a dress that flatters your body and suits your vibe. Do you want to learn more about Sandy and Ballroom Bliss? Check out episodes 20 and 23 of this podcast. Renting also gives you the chance to try out different styles, skip the hassle of storage and maintenance, and show up in something fresh for each event. Just be sure to check a few things first. Number 1, does the rental allow for alterations? Number 2, what's their policy on damage or insurance? And number 3, how soon will your dress arrive, especially if your comp is right around the corner? Renting is also a great way to test the waters and figure out what styles you love before investing in a custom piece. Now, If you're feeling a little crafty or you know someone who is, it's absolutely possible to put together a beautiful look without breaking the bank. You don't need Project Runway credentials to create a competition ready costume. With a little creativity and some patience, you can DIY your way to a glamorous ensemble. You start with a basic piece of practice wear, a skirt, a dress, a leotard, or a top, and elevate it with accessories. Adding some AB crystal ballroom jewelry like a belt, earrings, or bracelets can instantly take your look from studio to stage. Jewelry vendors are often available at competitions, and while the high end pieces can be pricey, you'll find plenty of budget friendly options online. Websites like danceshopper.com and ballroombling.com are great, and don't sleep on Etsy or Amazon. In fact, I often recommend Amazon to newbies because the return process is so easy if something doesn't work out. Now, you need a starting point for affordable practice wear? Check out sites like miari.com, danceshopper.com, and of course, Etsy and Amazon again. And now let's talk about the glittery little devils that can make or break your ballroom look. Crystals. Here's the sparkle breakdown. Swarovski crystals are unmatched in brilliance, but they're pricey and they're pretty hard to get. Preciosa are still stunning, but more affordable and more available. Korean or resin stones are budget-friendly options with decent stage presence. If you want to stone your own costume, I say go for it. Grab some E6000 glue, buy yourself some stones, a wax pencil, and a steady hand, and boom, you're officially in the ballroom bling business. But here's my advice. Start by practicing. Don't jump into stoning your competition dress right away. Use inexpensive stones on scrap fabric to get a feel for it. And remember, you don't need to cover every square inch. Strategic stoning, which is highlighting movement, lines, and focal points, is the real secret to stage-worthy sparkle. And something dancers often forget? What matters in person doesn't always matter under the bright competition lights or on camera. When you're choosing your costume, think about how it will look from a distance under the harsh lighting and in motion. The key things that matter most are a flattering fit and silhouette more than the designer label, strong color contrast more than the total number of stones, clean lines and confidence more than the couture details. At the end of the day, a well-fitting, simple costume that makes you feel strong and beautiful will always outshine an expensive one that you're self-conscious in. All right, costume queens and kings, that's a wrap on sparkles and savings. In part 4 of our Ballroom on a Budget series, I'll be giving you tips on competition and travel and packing hacks. I'll show you how to save on comp hotels and airfare, pack like a pro, manage entry fees, and avoid the dreaded last-minute panic spending when your nerves are already stretched thin. If today's episode helped you feel a little more confident and a lot less broke, please share it with a fellow dancer, leave a review, a 5-star rating, or both. And don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Your support means the world and helps this little podcast sparkle just a bit brighter. Remember, your costume doesn't need to cost a fortune to make you shine. It just needs to fit, flatter, and make you feel fabulous. Until next time, my friends, this is the Dancing Housewife signing off. And as always, happy dancing!
That's all, folks.